So let me break that scenario down to you. Hi guys, welcome back to my video. If you haven't already, you need to go ahead and make sure you like, share, and subscribe. I'm gonna give you a second to do that. As you guys know, I like to keep things sweet, short, and spicy, and I'm just gonna share a story time with you. I have so many different stories, but honestly, I have to do condensed versions or just shorter versions of different situations or scenarios that have happened in my life. Like I literally think I should make a movie out of the different things that have taken place in my life. So again, guys, I'm going to give you a second to subscribe. Make sure you do that now. And I also want you to drop a comment down below just to let me know some of your stories. My job here, or what I want to do, is just to share my stories with people, to let people know that you're not alone, that there's been people who have experienced it and walked through to the other side of those situations or circumstances. So yeah, guys, let's get right into it. So as you guys can see from the title, what? Yes. So I'm going to tell you the scenario that took place. Again, many of you know that I was in a relationship for a long time, and this was a segment of something that took place in that situation or that scenario. I wanted a true commitment from this individual. And actually, before I get into that, I'm gonna do a video on red flags. Now that I look back and I can actually stand back and look at my life, there's a lot of red flags I can warn you guys, ladies, about what to watch out for. But anyways, that's for another video. But in this video, what happened in this circumstance was that I basically was trying to speak to this individual, someone that I was with for a long time, and I wanted us to discuss what our future held, where we are going, what was the next stage of our relationship. And I remember that day as clearly as ever. So basically, that individual came to my house. I think it was close to the end of the year, to be quite honest with you, or the beginning of the new year, I want to say. I can't remember. It was such a long time ago. So they came to my house and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna have this discussion. You know, it's like the end of the year, the beginning of the year, and you have so many things that are going through your mind as to in regards to your future and what you want and where you should stand. So I was like, no, we need to have this conversation. It's been put off for far too long. I'm having this conversation tonight with him. So he comes to my house. You know, we're supposed to do whatever we normally do, watch a movie, hang out, and relax, but it was on my just on my chest, something that I've just been thinking about, and I'm like, no, I'm gonna let it out, I'm gonna air it out. So I brought it up to this individual and I was like, you know, what are we doing? Is this leading into marriage? What are the next steps? What does our future hold within the next year, 2 years, whatever? What are we doing, type of thing. So I guess this individual, which he kind of avoided conversations like this prior, wasn't having it in that moment, and decided that he was pretty much done. Basically, I was told, you know, I need a break. Yeah, I can't do this anymore, basically. So me trying to have that conversation with this person, he was sitting across from me on the other couch in my living room, and me having this conversation, I guess, made him feel uncomfortable. And he got up and he was like, you know, I can't do this anymore. I think that I need a break. I think that we need time apart, and I think that I'm done for now. Maybe this is something we can revisit in the future. And he literally walked out the door, out of my house. And I remember standing at the door, looking at the door. And at this point, again, I was with someone for a while. So at this point, it was sadness and relief at the same time. Sad because at that point I was like, wow, it just really came down to this. If you are the person driving a situation or driving a relationship or pushing for things, or just, you know, just always being the person to trying to direct something, it gets extremely exhausting. And that's pretty much what I felt that I was doing in that relationship. So at the same time as having that individual walk out, it was relief, sadness for the amount of time I invested, but relief because it was kind of finally over and kind of finally done. But anyway, so that individual left and I started crying, and I just a mix of different emotions, because like I said, it was something that was happening for years and I was just over it. relieved, sad, like just so many different feelings and emotions at that time. And again, this was me just talking to God, wanting God to like move, tell me what to do, where to go, like what do I do with this relationship. At that point, he decided that he no longer wanted that, and I was just like, you know what, I'm just ready to go through the season. Like, God, take me through the season, because I know what it's going to be. I'm going to be emotional, I'm going to cry because it's been so long, but I know that I'm going to get over it, because I know that there has to be better for me. Because if I have to force someone or push someone to want things that I want, like that there has to be better than that. There has to be more to it than that. So basically, I shared this story to share with you that be patient in your season of you really seeking God to like reveal things to you and to show things to you. And sometimes he'll remove people from your life just to strengthen you, to make you stronger. I love the song that I found this year. I think it's is it Wait For Me by Maverick City? I'm gonna put that down here. I think I might have said that wrong, but it's such a beautiful song, because I think even through the difficult things, God just uses that sometimes to build your character, to strengthen you, to really show you what you're made of, to really show you what you deserve, to really correct you. And sometimes we ask God to like change the situation, make it better, you know, like reverse it, like whatever the case might be. But I found for a lot of situations, for me, what really needed to happen was for me to work on me, for me to develop my confidence, for me to really trust in him, for me to really recognize who I was in him, right? For me to really depend on him, not on other people, right? Especially when it comes to your happiness, right? So in regards to that situation, that's just a tidbit of a pinnacle spot of what took place in that scenario. Unfortunately for that scenario, again, I later got back with that individual, and obviously, as many of you know from previous videos, that relationship ended, and now I am engaged to somebody else, and that in itself is another story, because he is literally God sent, so I'm so grateful to God for that. But my point is just to say, never give up on God. Like, sometimes the things that you think that are the most breaking things in your life end up becoming the biggest testimonies of your life, because they lead you to like greater and bigger things. And my thing is never to come on here and to bash anybody, or to just just you know, just to make people feel bad or whatever the case might be. But my job is to share my story, to share my testimony, to share my deliverance, to share what God has done in my life, and to let you know that you're not alone, and that there is someone there that loves you and wants the best for you. And even in your darkest time, even in the gloomiest time, he will always take the bad stuff and turn it into something beautiful if you allow him to do that, and if you trust in him to do that, and if you give him the control to be able to do that in your life, guys. So I just want to let you know that there is hope even in dark situations, even when you feel like you just want to give up. Because literally for that month within that situation, I literally got up in the mornings, prayed, went to bed, prayed, and cried till the morning. That was like literally life for that period of time that I went through that scenario or that situation. And again, in that period of time, I wasn't obedient, and I did what I wanted to do. I was like, he came back and I was like, okay, we'll try again, whatever, you know, like just going by my own accord and not really being obedient to what God was telling me to be obedient to. And the moment I decided to live life for God, to really just trust in him and to be obedient to the things that he told me to be obedient to, I walked away from that situation fully, really just trusted God in regards to the next chapter of my life, and ended up just meeting someone that has like a beautiful spirit. Again, nobody is perfect, but I knew that he was sent from God just because of the relations that I built with God, and in regards to what God showed me that he wanted for me. And this person brought those things into my life and just showed me that when God gives you a gift, he goes all out for you. So just truly trust in him, believe in him, and just have the faith that all things work together for those who love the Lord. So again, guys, thank you so much for watching. I just hope this was a little bit of motivation for you, just in regards to whatever it is that you're dealing with today, that there is hope at the end of anything that it is that you're going through, if you just put your trust in God and just believe. Guys, thank you so much for watching, and have an amazing day. I will see you guys again. Bye.